Good evening. Welcome to the Town of Cicero Planning Board meeting. Would you please join us in the Pledge of Allegiance? Jim, would you lead us off, please?
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. First order of business is the approval of the January 15th, 2025 meeting minutes. Any questions or comments? Do we have a motion to approve? Do
Motion to approve.
we have a second?
Second,
Mr. Duval,
Yes.
Mr. Abbey,
Yes.
Ms. Scanlon,
yes.
Mr. Wilkie,
Yes.
and I vote yes, minutes have been approved. Now we will open the meeting to public comment. If there's anybody here that would like to address the board on any active application, you may do so now. Please step forward. Given nobody's approach, we'll close the public input and move on to the first agenda item. This is a site plan review continuation for a proposed church at 5703 State Route 31. Hi, Tim.
Good evening, Tim Coyer, iNewsy and Romans. We're finally back. If the board, if you guys want new maps or smaller maps, I have them, but not much, nothing's really changed. I think we can kind of go over it on the overhead here. So if you recall, we originally came in, we had a proposed property line right in this location. So we're dealing with two tax parcels. So this is an existing tax parcel and this is an existing tax parcel. We originally had proposed that the new parcel line would go here. We got the site plan very much almost to the end, understanding that we had to go get the variances to make this happen, specifically for the front yard setbacks. Long story long, we did not receive our variances. The ZBA decided they would rather us combine the parcels instead of doing a lot line adjustment. So this is what we're proposing now, is combining both parcels into one. We do not need any variances anymore, so that's no longer an issue. We did submit a lot line adjustment application to the town for that approval, so that's in the works. Specifically, the only changes physically to the overall layout in the site, per Mark's comments, he specifically was requesting or asking if we would consider putting concrete curb on this island portion. Went over it with the applicant. He first was suggesting the curb stops. I made a suggestion that we bring up another option in case the board didn't like the curb stops, because I am aware of the past that they had not been looked favorable upon. Second option he came up with was doing a landscape bed, landscape wall through here and mulching this with the trees. That's what we're showing here. We have a little detail in the corner with roughly a foot high landscape wall. All of this would be filled. We do have to keep a little drainage path through here for the water to drain properly, but that was the second option he came up with. If worst case scenario, the board doesn't like these two options, concrete curb, we would probably do that.
Mark, do you have the pictorial of the wall that you can put up? No, all right. Do you have any comments on the proposed wall?
I think the reason we don't do the curb stops or, the wheel stops, is they tend to get dislocked like plows and those types of things. I'd be afraid that this wall, if it's not, it's just gravity blocks that on top of each other, would result in the same thing. I mean, if plows hit it, they're gonna get knocked around. At the height of it, I mean, at 1 foot, I'd be worried about cars, bumpers hitting it quite honestly and knocking them out. So that's my concern there. And I don't think, it's not a very durable solution.
Yeah, it looks nice, but I had the same concern. Have you ever seen me drive? Any other thoughts on that wall versus curving?
We did a wall, can it just be more permanently constructed?
I can,
That would be a curb.
yeah, that'd be more like a curb. I mean, at that point, we'd just probably go back to the curb idea. So I understand the board's concern, and like I said, we came up with the options. We talked it over with the owner of the property, and he wanted to bring this to the board, see what the board thought, and that's what we did. The board doesn't like that, again, go back to the idea.
Any other thoughts?
I mean,
It
I
does look
like
nice.
that
It does look
this
nice.
looks very nice, but I do hear what you're saying. Mark Parrish.
I'm not sure.
So
it's
is the
practical.
issue that it's only 1 foot high or, I mean, cause this looks higher than 1 foot, obviously.
Yeah, that's just an example. There's
Yeah.
detailed shows with 3 blocks.
Yep.
One part exposed, the other.
The,
And we get a lot of snow.
Show
so
the
that-
location again where it's going.
Yeah, well, everything, it would outline the entire area
Yeah.
there, and then they're leaving a small, you can see here. They're leaving a small gap in the corner there, so I assume you'd have to do a curve also.
yeah,
Draining in that direction, if you keep it, you see it was there, it's gonna pond water behind it.
we'll drop curving if we do, but yes, similar situation.
So it's right around all that parking, people parking constantly, plowing.
Understand that this is one thing that they do for profession, they put up walls like this, so that was kind of his thought is if it did get into disrepair, he can easily repair it, but again, that was the thought behind it.
So I'm not crazy about it. I like it, but I'm not crazy about the functionality of it.
Oh, if it was in another location, I mean, Arizona or something, but not Syracuse, you know,
You know,
it
with plowing.
really creates a lot more work in the long run and probably a lot more expense, so I kind of agree with you, you know, it just doesn't seem practical, let's put it that way. May look good, but
So the other option is a complete curb.
Yep.
Solid, not,
Which is typical
Yeah.
for what we do.
The half-foot curb, around the whole thing, yep.
Not curb stops, but actual
Actual
curbing.
curb.
this is prettier. To me. I like it's better. It's around landscaping, right?
Yep.
There's
It's-
gonna be,
If we did the wall, he would put mulch in there, and trees.
there's trees in there.
We're proposing trees in there, yes.
It's not the inside part, it's the outside part that creates the issue, right? The cars and the plows.
well, isn't that gonna be this same issue that if they plow that area, whatever's going along the sides are gonna be plow's gonna take the snow and push it up and,
Into the wall.
yeah, well, yeah, but or the plants or whatever, right? I mean, I don't know. Will that survive a bad winter when you got tons of snow?
Yeah,
You put the stakes up. To let the plow know how far to go.
Jim, what are your thoughts?
I think it looks nice, but I don't know if it's practical or not.
That's the difference.
Chuck?
Yeah, I agree with, the bricks look nice, but, you have to go with the most durable.
Mary, I know you like it. Jack?
I think I would prefer the look of the brick, but the durability of the curb. Obviously, I'd hope the property owner would maintain it if you did go with the block and it got pushed out of alignment with the plows, but we can't really
No.
ask for that or guarantee that, so. It's either or. I don't think it's a huge.
Mike, you gave your opinion already. Yeah. Dominic, any thoughts?
On the curbs, no.
Neil, you got? Were there any other issues?
No.
Tim, you're all set with,
I'm all set, and again, hate to put the board in the spot, but applicant wanted me to ask the question.
Neil, would you present a motion to approve with the, oh, see, I'll do a seeker, with the curbing? With the curbing. And I'll make a motion for our standard seeker. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Mr. Duval,
Yes.
Mr. Abbey,
Yes,
Ms. Scanlon,
Yes.
Mr. Wookie,
Yes.
and I vote yes, seeker passes.
Cornerstone Community Church, 5703 Station 31, and Village Church, with approval of a on the following one. Proceeds rendering general elevations presented by the applicant is conflict in regards to this application. Fully incorporated by reference into the site plan and the board approval thereof, accordingly, as the project was substantially, this one of the items is presented here in two. The applicant complete subdivision project has to combine the lots to provide the site plan. 3. The island area will be cleared as opposed to first block. Or block. Or block.
Let me ask a question.
Yeah.
We actually, we have a site plan that reflects the urban.
Well, it was into the town one, we checked it after, but you do have a probably need to give you any time. So we're gonna get a curve as opposed to the curve stop or block.
Straight that over when. I still have the subdivision.
Good point. I'll make that in the form of a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
Mr. Duval,
Yes.
Mr. Abbey,
Yes.
Ms. Scanlon,
Yes.
Mr. Wilkie,
Yes.
and I vote yes. Motion passes.
Perfect. Thank you very much. Sorry.
Thank you.
John.
Thank you, Tim.
Take your time.
Have a good night.
You
Thank
too.
you, Tim.
Stay warm.
Next item on the agenda is site plan for proposed home occupation for the property at 5828 Sutton Drive. Alexandra Di Martino, welcome back. We got your letters from the neighbors saying that they are happy with it. Did you have anything you wanted to add beyond that?
I'm sorry.
Did you have anything else you wanted to add beyond that?
I don't think so. I think we kind of went over what we needed to last time, and I think that was the last thing. If you guys have anything that you need from me beyond that.
Open up to questions. Anybody?
I'm satisfied.
No, I'm all set.
Two.
All set.
No, we're good. Dominic?
I don't know if it was discussed, just the need for a building permit for alterations to the space.
Yep.
Okay.
We'll definitely get that.
I'm the father and the contractor, and
All right.
I'll live in zone.
Neil?
Whatever.
Cash with, for the business we conducted by appointment on May conversation. That's something I'm looking for. No employees on the side.
Right.
No employees on.
Right.
And then scope to.
That all works. Yep, that works. Mark, anything?
No.
Standard seeker?
Yeah, move the adoption of the resolution approving the application known as Alexandria Di Martino, 5828 Sutton Drive, proposed home occupation salon. For 50 years on found, the application will be limited in scope to the activities as set forth in the application. There will be no sign to display to the general public. The business is conducted by appointment only, and funds will not be open to the general public to visit without appointment. 3, there will be no employees at the site.
And would somebody like to make that a motion?
I'll make that motion.
Do we have a second?
Second.
Mr. Duval,
Yes.
Mr. Abbey,
Yes.
Ms. Scanlon,
Yes.
Mr. Wilkie,
Yes.
and I vote yes. Congratulations. Good luck with it.
Thanks, guys.
Good luck.
Lot.
You too. Next item on the agenda is a continuation of a site plan for a proposed building expansion at the Walmart, 8064 Bruton Road. Good evening. Good, how are you? Go over the modifications.
So, I mean, basically, we took all the comments that we received from the engineering. team. Yeah. David, Rebecca, R-E-B-E-T-T-E. Yeah, so I know, one of my colleagues was here in December, I believe. And we received some comments then on the site plan. some things around signage, some things around, stall width, in front of the proposed expansion. And everything has been updated. If there's any specific questions or from the engineering team.
Why don't you go through them one by one?
That's a comment letter from January 16th. And I could go back, I don't know if it would be helpful to go back to the original comments that we received. So I guess the January 16th was the review of the revised drawings. This would be comment, 1-9.
1-9, yeah.
So this is basically one sheet SSM indicate on-site plan, the designated location of snow detention. This would not change based on our updated modifications to the pickup area and the building expansion. Sheet C1, location of proposed pedestrian stop sign at the entrance of the building expansion reduces sidewalk width in half, creating non-ADA compliance. That was shifted, so the expansion entrance was recessed to maintain the minimum ADA requirement. Comment 3, sheet C1, location of fire exit door of the alleyway impedes more than 50% into pedestrian sidewalk. Possible recess location of door to eliminate door swing and sidewalk. Fire exit, response there, the fire exit door has been recessed to maintain minimum sidewalk width. Taken care of. Sheet C1, comment 4, location of the new OPD door into the building expansion and its emergency door swing impedes more than 50% into pedestrian sidewalk. Possibly recess location of door to eliminate door swing into the sidewalk. The response there, expansion door relocated and recessed to maintain minimum sidewalk width. So that was taken care of. On the SCSC plan, sheet ES1, describe the plan for temporary vehicular circulation disruption during construction due to location of construction fencing. So basically with that, they would go from then we submitted, I believe we submitted a map of the proposed traffic path, but we would kind of, rather than going straight across the front of the building, we would go loop around and then kind of come back towards the face of the building, just with whenever that one cross section needs to be closed, which shouldn't be the entire time, but that would be the proposed pathway there for traffic, and that was submitted. So that was traffic flow. Number 6, photos of affected area, provided photos of existing conditions, consistent with the location of pallets and merchandise display, reducing sidewalk circulation, forcing pedestrians into vehicular traffic. Response here was merchandise will not be located on the sidewalk to maintain minimum sidewalk width for pedestrians. That should stay clear. So that was the site comments. On the building comments, exterior elevation is not provided for review and comment. Indicate building height, material, finish, color, etc. Building signage, type, size, material, illumination, etc. Architectural elevations and signage details were included with the latest submission. So that includes basically all the signs that will be proposed, the facade of the building existing and the proposed. So all of that should be taken care of. Continues onto the next page. The following are comments on the site layout, access, parking, circulation. A, the minimum dimension of parking spaces should be 9 by 18 with a 22-foot drive aisle. Proposed 8-foot wide parking spaces do not meet this requirement. So we remove those compact stalls and we're proposing all 9-foot stalls now. Comment B, the proposed addition will displace an outdoor storage area for lawn and garden storage display. How will this area be replaced? So I don't know if you're familiar with Walmart, but the garden center will not be replaced. It'll still be there, but this pickup area will take a portion of that. So it won't totally displace the lawn and garden. The expansion will just reduce the overall size of that lawn and garden area. Comment 2 on site plan review comments. The following are comments on lighting, landscaping, signage, and other miscellaneous issues. A, cut sheets and photometric plans should be provided for lighting modifications. Photometric plan was provided. My colleague said that they can provide the cut sheets. I don't necessarily know that the exact cut sheet of the model of the lighting is included, but that can be included or just sent as a compliance issue if it hasn't been sent yet.
Mark, have you seen that?
Yeah, I'm just looking at, they do need to provide.
We'll make sure that that's provided, but they should be very similar to what's on site now. Continuing on, comment 2B, the size of the pickup signage should be reduced as discussed with planning board. So that has been reduced. It's on sheet D1. The smaller sign will be used for all pickup sign locations or all pickup signs. And then comment 2C, architectural elevations of the building should be provided. And those were provided. That's the end of the narrative from 1.9. Don't know if there's any other or comment for this.
Yeah, on the signage, so you do show the smaller sign on the detail sheet, but there's at least 3 locations, I think, this would be one of them right here, where the larger sign is shown. So to reduce any likelihood of confusion, I think it goes 3 locations right together in the review letter here. So there's this one here. So this one here, and then on your detail sheet. So smaller sign. So here's where you show the smaller sign detail, but again, over here, you've got the larger sign. So I can hear it, but so I really think in those 3 locations, the plan should be revised to show the small.
Okay. I don't think that's any issue, and I believe we have taken care of it. I don't know what the date of those drawings are, but the drawings I'm looking at, I put on case updated.
Okay.
We can make sure that those exact, because we do have the comments here.
So again, just to reduce any likelihood.
Yep, absolutely.
I got a question. Walmart's revamping the inside of their stores. The Cicero one's coming next. Is your work gonna be coinciding at the same time or after they revamp? Because they're gonna make the pickup area inside, it's gonna work with the outside. So, when is your work gonna be done? After that's done or during?
I don't have the exact construction schedule for Walmart. That's a question that we can get.
Yeah, I'm just kind of
from
curious
Walmart.
because I know they're gonna move things around. That's what they always do in the Cicero stores next. They already did Clay and Central Square. So I was just wondering, is it gonna be during or after, once the inside's done? Because once it's done, it's gonna need to be accommodated. The outside matches with the fact that you're gonna have growth on the inside.
And that's something we can have a response to pretty quickly.
Okay. I only know because I used to work there. So I guess I cheated a little bit.
Mark, do you have anything else?
So that,
Did you have a chance to see our architectural review that was done on the 31st of January? entitled Municipal Design Review on the top.
Know that I have that information.
Let me just read one sentence to you. It says, as proposed, the translucent glazed wall system will be replaced over both main entrances. Consider replacing the similar discolored translucent panels located over the garden center. And then there's a photo that shows that some of them have discolored. So we'd like to see those replaced.
Do you have the date of that? That was by the town?
Yes, you want it? I can give you my copy. No. That's the only item that you would need to concern yourself with. It's towards the bottom.
Want this back?
No,
Is there a rendering of what it's gonna look like, not just the elevations here?
it's online. It's online it's via email.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
but I,
believe was
what's
submitted.
it gonna look like from the front?
This, Mark? You didn't get that?
I have that.
That's it.
It's
So
one
this
of
is-
those
this
really
is the
tiny
front.
pictures. Oh, I see. No, I don't have that.
How you do?
Thank you. Okay.
You're just giving away all your copies. You don't have to carry them around.
I got enough. We'll open up the questions, Jim,
I'm good.
Chuck.
I have a couple of items, mostly to do with traffic. Normally, probably, I don't know, maybe 80-90% of the customers come into the parking area on the northwest corner-ish of the store. Before, all this pickup area was much further to the left. Now you're not-
The existing one.
now you're putting all that 90%-ish traffic has to go across that pickup area. I see that as kind of could be a gridlock, because more and more people are having pickups, but not everybody.
Yeah, and I believe the goal of this new pickup area is to expand the number of those pickups so that it's not people waiting and it's more free flowing because there are just that many more. And if I'm sure if it was to be an issue that it would be addressed. But
Right.
I think that's the goal of the larger number of pickup.
I can see that, but you can see that's going to hinder a whole bunch of traffic just coming into the store.
Yeah, I understand, and I believe parts of it is, has to do with the store, just layout and how that area wanted to
Yeah,
use as that
I-
pickup,
You see
expansion.
that. And then another side note is, the general parking lot, at this point, the northwest-ish corner of that parking lot, you can come out on that side street, you eventually just go back over to the light at at Route 11.
Mhm.
There's 2 or 3 of those shrubs in there. The line of sight is terrible. People exiting. So I think that's worth a comment to pass on. Because the shrubs have, over years have grown.
Yeah, so can I just make sure I'm aware of which ones you're referring to? I think it's.
Yeah, right in that area.
Okay.
Yeah, and to the left of that a little bit, for the first exit.
Mhm.
So, it's awful easy for somebody to be on top of you by the time you
Yeah,
come around that. That's all I had for now. Thank you.
Thank you, Chuck. Mary?
I just agree with Chuck's, comments on the location. I thought it was strange because the traffic's so busy right there, but I understand that was a perfect fit near the garden center for what you wanted to accomplish, so.
Yeah, I
um,
think it's actually adding to parking for the people going in the main entrances. You know what I mean? Where it
because
is now, it,
frees up parking between the two entrances.
right.
That makes sense, but it's busy getting in there. So I guess I would just make sure that it's safe. And that's all I have.
I don't know if they've done a study, because, you know, the one side is for groceries and then the other side is for, you know, odds and ends. As far as the grocery side is usually the larger portion of the pickups, but I don't know what the percentages are, so. And the pickup area is in the middle of those two, obviously.
Right.
So, that's probably gonna be part of the study when they take the whole inside of the store based on statistics from the previous years and what their value or how busy each section is, and they move it around accordingly, so the inside of the store can be like that. But then also the pickup area in the inside of the store needs to, and that's what I mentioned before, kind of correlate with the outside, like when's it gonna be done? Because if it's too big and then you got more volume coming in, so someone's at Walmart must be talking inside and out as far as what.
Yeah, and these
what's-
teams all work together to
Sure.
make sure that it
No,
doesn't
yeah, no.
disrupt. You know,
Oh, no, their computer system and the way they do things has been studied and overstudied. But I know that could be a problem if it's not done right, but more than likely it's gonna be done right.
What's that?
I'm all set. Thank you.
Michael, anything else?
No, we're good.
Dominic?
I'm good, thanks.
Neil? Mark, anything else?
Yep, all set.
So we need them to come back. You need to submit those final things, and we should be good.
that's, just so I'm clear. Responses to the latest comments stated.
So we've got questions tonight. Yep.
On the garden center. Was there some else?
Rendering. An
Cut
updated.
sheet?
Oh, cut sheet, you said.
cut sheet.
The elevations are fine. What they submitted.
Wanted to see the parking, right? So, smaller sign. Yeah. Yeah.
I believe that's everything.
I'll make sure to get that, I'll get
I'll watch the meeting. I'll watch the meeting just in case. Yes. Yes,
I appreciate the time.
have a great night.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Very much.
You're welcome. The last agenda item is a sketch plan review for a proposed convenience store with self-serve gasoline at 6190 South Bay Road. It'll be Stewart's Shops. It's already a gas station.
Good evening. My name is Marcus Andrews. I'm with Stewart's. Here before the board this evening for, again, sketch plan review of a proposed Stewart's at the corner of South Bay Road and Compton Road in the town of Cicero. Just a quick who we are. Stewart's, we're based out of Saratoga area. We got approximately 400 stores throughout New York, Vermont, and now
believe 2 in New Hampshire. We do have currently 5 in Onondaga County, with our newest being in Marcellus that just opened approximately Thanksgiving of last year. We're looking forward to the possibility of the first in the town of Cicero. We're proposing an existing site that consists of a gas station with fueling islands, gas tanks, underground gas tanks, as well as a small car wash. We would look to demo all structures on the site, remove the tanks, construct approximately 4,500 square foot building with fueling island, or fueling canopy with 4 fueling islands, 8 fueling points, with, I believe, 2 being 3+1, meaning they have low flow diesel on them. Small landscape vehicles, no major trucks would fuel up with that. Parking along the building, we do concrete parking spots along the building. The concrete parking spots are flush with the sidewalks around the building. Each spot is centered with a bollard to prevent cars from unfortunately hitting our buildings, which has happened in the past. There is the back side, the south side of this property is mostly encompassed with 150-foot National Grid easement. We are showing the building pretty much up to the easement line with just a drive around for delivery purposes going into the easement area. We do have the easement paperwork from National Grid as far as pretty much being able to drive on it is the most we could do. So we're not showing any lighting back there. Any lighting would be cast off the building just to light up that drive around area.
So you get the pavement going right up to the easement, the pavement?
The pavement is into the easement. The easement line is, yes, is that line right behind the building. And then the pavement line is 40 feet off of that.
Yeah, I'm not really good at this, but what is this taking the place of? What's there now?
There's a convenience store with gas, a Valero. And
Okay, that was, yeah, 'cause I was just
Valero.
wondering which
Yep.
one of the 4, so the Valero, that corner lot.
Mark-
They
Mark, you
have
have
a
the color
small
red?
car wash.
There's a small car wash behind it.
Can you
That
put the
would be
color rendering up?
As well, it's all
Okay.
Convenience store and gas.
Okay. I couldn't figure out which one it was.
There is an existing, the
That one.
second sheet. I don't know how well it'll come up because they're kind of,
So the easement goes right to the building.
easement goes right to the building. It's just pretty much where the building sits today as well. We've been looking at downlit LED lighting throughout, concrete curbing throughout. We have reached out informally to the county as far as the curb cuts go. We had an original plan that we showed them that showed the canopy pretty much rotated 90 degrees with pretty much a right in on Thompson and a right out on South Bay. Just so customers did not have to loop around in the lot. They requested that both of those get removed just because the proximity to the intersection. They were okay, again, informally with the location of the two as we're showing now.
Is that because it's gonna be a lot bigger than the space that Valero has? Is that,
It's, you know,
because Valero has 2, right? Same
Valero
thing.
does have
but
2,
not
and
as
I
big?
just think it's, you know, grandfathered in. They probably had those for long enough.
Okay.
Counties come back and realize that
It's
curb cuts that close to the
not-
intersection are
right,
not safe,
right.
so they're looking to get them as far away as possible.
Okay.
Quick summary of,
The car wash is
car
going.
wash we removed, yes.
And put it in a different car wash.
No,
No,
car
no
wash.
car wash.
No car wash at all. The car wash would be removed. All existing buildings on that site would be removed.
I'm gonna miss it.
Hmm.
I'm gonna miss it.
Well, I hope you would enjoy this one.
No, I'm talking about the
Oh,
car.
car wash?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, there's not a lot of room on this site for, the size of building and, what we sell internally
Sure.
gets us to the point of where we like the 400 or 4,500 square foot building, but, with the easement back there, you're not gonna construct a car wash back there.
So this building is gonna basically take the place of what's there now
Right.
and fill up where the car wash and everything is. So,
This building is what, 4,500?
4,500 square.
And what's the existing Valero's, any idea roughly? Just
It's probably shown on here combined
with the car wash,
with the car wash,
like
by
32?
Better Eyes, maybe 35,
Yeah, that's right,
yeah.
a little smaller.
So can't do trees in the easement, can't put trees in the easement.
No, not. We will reach out to, National Grid further just to see exactly what we can do in the easement, because another concern we're gonna have is, what we can do subsurface back there. Because stormwater is gonna need to be handled, but, if we can send it back there subsurface, great. If not, we'll have to deal with it subsurface in the front.
Yeah, so this will go to architectural review for landscaping
Okay.
and architectural. I was kind of hoping we could do something in front of the building landscaping wise. I thought the easement was further back. I misread it.
Yeah. It's
And
right
then-
up to the-
Yeah, and then some landscaping along the back there. I don't know if that's possible or not, but
What kind of time frame were you looking at, just ballpark, starting it, or any idea when this?
Again, it's, approvals would be our biggest hang up, assuming
Right.
approvals go okay, we would look to build this summer.
Okay, just kind of curious.
we'll open the questions. Jim?
what you show on the plan, are those the colors that you're gonna
Correct.
go with? How high is the wall on the bottom?
I want to say 3 feet, but I think it's closer to 32 inches.
Okay. Alright.
And then it's like a hardy board siding, the rest of the way up.
So it's like a stone look or
It's
brick
a
look?
stone look on the bottom, yes. Yeah, it's a faux stone, but it's the stone look.
Hardy board, you said?
Hardy board, the rest.
I'm good for now, beyond that.
Thank you. Chuck?
I'm pretty much also, but we can work in a little landscaping, that'd be appreciated.
Mary?
So is this gonna be corporate owned or is it a franchise?
All our stores are corporate.
Okay, so that you purchased the property from the, okay.
We are under contract right now with the property. Typically, we don't purchase it until we get closer to approvals, just so we're not getting stuck with property that a town doesn't necessarily have.
I love your brand. Thank you for coming to Cicero.
Where's the next closest one? One in North Syracuse, like Buckley or Bear? Is that the
Yeah,
next?
Buckley and
closest?
Bear, we have one, Buckley and Morgan, there's one. We have 2 in Baldwinsville,
Okay,
and then the Marcellus.
okay.
It has a small town feel.
Yes.
I like it.
What's that, Zach?
I'm all set for tonight. Thank you.
So inside, is there like a place that I don't see where customers can sit and eat?
Yeah, it should be in here, right there, lower left corner are booths. And actually one on the right side as well.
Oh, they're called BOO.
Yes,
Be a host?
don't be scared,
Yeah.
they're good, you can sit there.
Got it. All right. So how many people can sit there and eat?
There's what, 5 booths, so 20.
Typically, during a busy period, how many employees inside?
During the busy period, typically there's 3 employees.
So we have 17 parking spots.
Yep.
You're gonna want to explain it to us how that works, because it seems like it's tight.
It is very tough. I would love to, and again, this will be another question we would have for National Grid is if I can straight parking in the back, at least minimal for employees. If I can get 5 parking spots in the back, would cover the majority of employees coming and going.
Yeah, so we're gonna want to know that it's functional.
Yep.
And that's all I have now, Michael. Oh, we're good. Dominic?
Couple, building line, front yard setback issues. The northwest corner of the building is in the front yard setback. And then I don't know. I'm looking at the
Which one's in
definition
the,
for
what was the first one you mentioned?
northwest corner of the building. 46 feet from the front property line. And then we've got the definition of a building for a canopy. I don't know if that is something that has been an issue before, but I mean, this thing is
I don't know the answer to that.
24 feet from the front property line
The canopy?
on both sides. I got it right here. A building having a roof supported by columns or by walls and intended for the shelter or enclosure of persons, animals, or chattels.
Enclosure.
The chateau.
Intended for the shelter or enclosure.
Shelter or enclosure?
I had a quick question too.
Yes.
How many current gas pumps are there and then how many are you expanding to? Can I get
I
idea on that?
don't know off the top of my head. It's, we're proposing a canopy with 4 islands, 8 fueling points.
And then I'm trying to figure out what the,
Yeah, I can't,
I think they just got the
I don't know if they just had
Two?
2 islands.
two in
with
the
4
front.
fueling points.
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
I'm pretty sure.
So we're gonna have to get variances, you're saying?
For the 1 building setback and probably both canopy front setback.
Good catch, Dominic. Dominic, anything else?
Nope, that's it. Thanks.
Yeah.
Very restrictive. You know,
Yeah, yeah. Definitely.
that would be.
Sure, we can definitely get something in writing from them.
Mark, anything else at this point?
Well, yeah, I think we got up to the year, so week or so.
Perfect. Anything else from you?
Next step then, CBA or
No. Or, yeah,
You can't prove this. without the-
yes.
yeah,
If you wanna come back and discuss items or something like that, if they're clear enough where you can address them without coming back to the board to discuss them, then fine. There's gonna be an architectural review, so I'd say start your ZBA.
Yeah, good point. Yeah.
That'll work.
All right, terrific.
All right.
Thank you very much.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome. That concludes our agenda items. Any questions or comments from the team? Nobody? We have a motion to adjourn?